It's time to Get Your Geek On with Dave Gramillion.
Ah, yes! I am Dave Gramillion. Welcome to Get Your Geek On, powered by Southtown Games on Pleasanton Road near Loop 410 on the south side of San Antonio, where your gaming family wants to welcome you. Here we will talk Star Wars, Star Trek, DC, Marvel, video gaming, a little horror. Really all things geek that have dominated this little world of ours. You see, geek is not what it was 20 or 30 years ago. Geek is in. Geek is very in. Geek is now the mainstream, and we are here to talk the latest and greatest that is geek, right here on 9:30 a.m. The Answer Talk Radio and 9:30 a.m. TheAnswer.com. This is Season 2, Episode number 17. So close to being able to vote and register for the draft for a second time. Because we'll hit 18, see how that show turns 18, see how that works.
This is 18.
This is 18? Episode number 18, and tonight we are going to welcome two guests in-house from Rockula here in San Antonio. Their inaugural con is going to be right around the corner, and we're going to talk to them right here in studio. I have some video game news to talk about as well. If you haven't caught on that esports is a thing, if you're a Hulu subscriber, you're about to get it thrown right in your face. We'll talk about that. Marvel had an awful New York Comic-Con. Just terrible. It did not go well for them at all, which is surprising considering that everyone should be hyped for Thor Ragnarok, The Punisher. The hype should be there. You've got Infinity War around the corner and Captain Marvel, but no, it did not go well for them as well. And wouldn't you know it, Star Wars decided to drop a trailer at long last. And we're going to tell you every single one of the theories that we've come up with based off the poster and the trailer that was released at the same time. And I assure you, these are all very super serious theories. There's no way we would throw out anything outlandish or crazy or silly or just plain moronic. At least not until Minion gets here. Then we'll go ahead and we'll throw that stuff out there. We also want to talk a little Star Trek Discovery as well, because I'm sorry, the ship is a giant fidget spinner, apparently. It's, yeah, we'll get into that a little bit as well. Oh, what, me? I'm Uncle Fluffy over here.
No.
It's what I do. That's who I am. All right, before I can get everything going, though, I need to make sure that I have everything I need in order to run the premier talk radio show for geeks in the United States and rapidly across the world. And first, if you're going to talk for almost an hour, you got to have something to drink. That works as well. I also like to keep a back scratcher handy. I kid you not, because you sit here for a while, you get that one spot in the middle of your back. Everybody has that one spot, and it just looks weird on camera if I'm going to be sitting here squirming for 20 minutes trying to get it. So the back scratcher does come in handy. And let's face it, if you're going to have a geeky show of any type, you might as well have yourself a lightsaber. And I have Old Blue right here with me, keeping the Minox at bay. And we've also added in here to our little repertoire, my little sonic screwdriver from Doctor Who fame. Thank you very much. We're good to go. I also want to make sure that I'm wearing something geeky as well. So I am wearing one of my Halloween shirts from Ripped Apparel. That's RIPTapparel.com. This is Simon Belmont fighting Count Chocula. It's hilarious. I love this shirt. I really do. You can get your own Halloween geeky t-shirts at RIPTapparel.com. Get 10% off when you use the promo code GYGO. If you look to my left, that's your right across the radio dial, you will see not Peter. Peter will be coming in a little later on. We had to make room, so we kicked him out. Kicked him to the curb, threw him outside, out the window, I think. He's hanging on by his fingernails. But we have two guests in-house here. We'll get to them in just one quick second. But further to my left, your right, as you look across the radio dial, you will see the man spinning the ones and zeros, our sound prognosticator. He is Goose.
Hello.
Goose, what are you rocking there?
Well, I couldn't find an appropriate shirt for Rockula because this is a new thing that they're doing.
Sounds like you need to go to rippedapparel.com.
Probably do. So instead I have the perfect shirt for me. Always be yourself, unless, of course, you can be
Superman.
Then be
Superman.
Outstanding. Alrighty, so that means we're ready. We're good to go here. So let's go ahead and we're going to bring on our guests. We have two very special people here. I'm very excited. This is their first inaugural wonderful Comic-Con they're going to bring to San Antonio.
Yes.
Let's talk to our friends from Rockula. Alrighty, welcome here, guys.
Thanks for being here, letting us be here.
Well,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, we love you. We love having y'all here. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I can tell. Tell me, why were we playing Spider-Man during a Rockula event?
Well, one of our guests is going to be Marky Ramone. That's definitely one of the things we're most excited about, balancing out rock and roll and horror for this convention.
Outstanding. Of course, that song was Spider-Man done by the Ramones. So I want to say first, are y'all excited? You ready for this?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Ecstatic. This is huge. This is going to be a huge show.
Awesome. Yeah, I've been looking through the guest list here, perusing, so to speak. Tony Todd will be here. Shawnee Smith will be here. Nell Campbell and Patricia Quinn will be here. Lisa Loring will be here. Let's see. One of my other favorites, Butch Patrick, will be here. I mean, y'all have put together a tremendous lineup.
To be honest, we kind of had a wish list going into it all, and honestly, pretty much everyone said yes. So we kind of got lucky in that respect.
And it's something for everybody. So you have guests for the older geeks out there, some for the young geeks, some of the music geeks. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit of everything for everybody.
Now, I'm not going to ask y'all to pick favorites or anything. That's
Sean Salt.
Okay, well, there we go. So what is Rockula? Where did this come from?
Honestly, I come from a live music background. I've been doing concerts and own a live music venue for about almost 15 years now. So one of the things I've always also loved is the horror community. I've always felt there was a connection between the two. And in kind of watching it grow and being part of a couple other events over the last couple of years, it just kind of just spawned out of nowhere, just seeing people's reaction to celebrities and knowing and watching over the years fans waiting in line for their musicians to get off the tour bus. It's like, wait a minute, why don't we bring these people too? And also some of the conventions I've been at, some of the best stories I've ever heard are told by musicians. The road stories, the fact that they tell you how they are back home. And it really appealed to me, the fact to bring the two worlds together and kind of have a sea of black T-shirts come together and have a good old time here in San Antonio.
Outstanding. So is that what you would define as what sets Rockula apart from other horror cons, is having that rock and roll music element to it?
I would have to say so. I've been doing conventions for 25 past years, starting way back when Ben Stevens did his little show up in Dallas, and it's just kind of grown over the years. And I've never seen a show that combined either horror or rock with musicians before, having a day show, then also have a night show. Never been done before. I've never seen this, and it's just kind of drawn me to it. It's like, wow, I want to be part of this show.
So what are some of the highlights for the Comic-Con? I mean, what can people expect? What can they look forward to?
People can expect, they get to see their favorite actor, actress, their musician. They're going to have events during the day. You have your panels. You have your photo ops. You have a little bit of everything during the day. Then also, once you get done in the evening, you can go ahead and participate in the music series in the evening. So you can kind of do both if you're into doing that.
Very cool. Now, do y'all have any security concerns that y'all have had to address above and beyond? We know that like Alamo City had security concerns. UT football now has there's a clear bag or no bag policy. Have y'all had to address heightened security?
Yeah, definitely. We've discussed it with the hotel, of course, as well. Also, the head of our security also worked with SAPD, so it definitely has kind of really brought to the forefront making sure everyone has a good, safe time, also without kind of interfering too much with the fun side of it all. Luckily, the hotels, being in the downtown Riverwalk area, is pretty amped up on security to begin with. In addition, we've definitely taken some extra precautions along the way, having officers at every entrance point to the hotel and so forth.
Now, you're going to see the same things as other Comic-Cons, especially what happened at Phoenix. I mean, you're going to have your bag checks, you have your weapon checks, and if something doesn't belong, come on, let's have the sense. Don't bring in real swords and guns and knives and stuff like that. So we wanted to make a safe environment for your friends, your family, everybody to enjoy it. Versus you don't want to ruin it the whole show for just because you didn't think.
The Phoenix Comic-Con, they banned all bags, just forever and ever and ever. Well, for this year anyway. Are y'all banning all bags? Is it a clear bag policy? What is the bag policy?
We're going to do a bag search. That's the extent of it. We'll have that at check-in there's 2 different entry points to the show, and we'll have bag checks at each entry point.
Okay, very cool. So you can still bring tote bags, you can still bring backpacks. That's cool. Just, again, just be smart, okay? Leave the pipe bombs at home. In the garage, please.
No real machetes.
No real machetes. Nothing like that.
Nothing crazy. Just
no Freddy Krueger hands with real knives on the end.
Yeah.
Like
just
that.
it's just remember common sense. You wouldn't want to take it to school or the mall or your work or something like that. Just it's a family friendly event.
Now the worst case scenario for any Comic-Con is, of course, nobody shows up. I mean that's people are like, oh, I didn't even know this was here or anything. But what is the best possible case scenario? What's the best expectations y'all can hope for?
I mean, honestly, it's not about numbers to us. Right now, we know we've definitely done our share of marketing. We've been at shows all across Texas for the past 6 months. We've partnered up with Centennial Current. We've partnered up with Fox, iHeartMedia, flyers galore. Marketing is definitely one of the strengths I think the show has demonstrated over the past few months. We have events going. Last weekend, 5 events over 4 days. Everything from Blue Star Art Gallery to the Riverwalk to working with multiple charities already. We've worked with Clef Strong, Alamo Area Parkinson's Support Group, and just really make sure we did our job in getting the word out. The one thing we wanted to hold true was there was not going to be a lack of marketing. Best case scenario, we want all our guests to have a good time, all the celebrities to have a good time, and make sure that we build for the future.
And, of course, this is the Rockula Horror Expo happening October 27th through the 29th at the Wyndham Riverwalk Hotel in downtown San Antonio.
Now, of course, I also would have accepted the answer of Marky invites me to come up and play with him. Jam out. That would have been my best case scenario.
That option is available. That's one of the unique features that we added to this show.
Was you jamming with him? Really?
Actually, not myself.
Okay.
But we're going to have, we partnered with Alamo Music Center downtown, and on Sunday afternoon, we'll have music clinics where people could take a music clinic by Marky Ramone, Sean Yusuf of White Zombie, Greg Hetson from Bad Religion, or LP from the band Yellow Card. So this is actually an option for local musicians to get involved and actually ask questions related to their field and also learn techniques from these musicians.
Now, of course, to talk to these guys, I'm sure that's an added fee, right? That's not like another $200, $300 or something?
Actually, those clinics only range from about $25 to $40.
What?
Yes.
Are
That's
you
insane.
serious?
That's crazy.
For these guys?
We really wanted to have an affordable event. We know a lot of times going to conventions over the years, you pick and choose who you have to meet. A lot of our autograph prices range anywhere from $20 to $40. All of them are listed on our website already, so you can kind of budget ahead of time. The one thing I can definitely say about our team is we are fans first and foremost. So everything we looked at in planning this convention was looking at it from the fan perspective, whether it was, okay, I only have $200 to spend. How am I going to budget my time?
Yeah.
And you want to figure out those ways to make it work. We've added food trucks across from the lot to help make it a little more affordable, provide options. We've tried to think of everything possibly when we go to a show that we would like to see.
Yeah, that's what's the good part, because like you said, because I've been to other shows and you have no clue what pricing is. And you're like, oh, and I get up to, okay.
It's frustrating. I agree.
Yeah. Mark Hamill's $400 or just something crazy. At least now I can go on the website, or if I have a family, I can go ahead and budget prior to coming to the show that I could do this and this and this. And
we're talking about the Rockula Horror Expo. You can find their website, RoculaHorrorExpo.com, going on October 27th through 29th. Now, guys, this is the first one. This is the inaugural one of what we hope is many years to come. What were some of the challenges? Give us a little peek behind the curtain here in putting together this show from scratch.
I think any convention, anything, just getting the word out is letting people know, hey, there's a new show, because it seems that, when a new Comic-Cons or shows are popping up, it's like a taco truck on every corner. It's everywhere. So it's like every month or so. It's just or having to be different than what's out there on the market, because almost every month or almost every weekend there's some type of show that's, Comic-Con, some convention related. So trying to be different and letting people know, go out and, hitting the street, having street teams, going out and doing events, supporting, charities that mean something to you that everybody can join in as well. So doing all these cool events and, and giving away tickets and partner up with, certain businesses and charities is a good thing for us to let get the word out on the street.
To help get the word out here, there's a pretty good radio show y'all should talk to.
We should.
Nerd 411, yeah.
It's this one right here, by the way.
Hey, whoa. Oh, free pub for the competition. Oh, come on. Oh, you wooed me.
We're all one community. That's the one
Yes,
thing
it's-
I think with Rockula. We have made, working closely with Lori at MonsterCon, out when we were in McAllen and Laredo, we had a great reception. We really tried our hardest to work with as many other conventions and promoters as possible, because at the end of the day, we're all trying to do the same thing, and that's really share what we love.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. All right. So those are, I mean, what else can you say? That's awesome. I'm so hyped up, man. I can't wait for the show to happen. October 27th through 29th at the Wyndham Hotel in San Antonio. Rockula is coming to San Antonio. And then I'm sure y'all take like maybe 1 or 2 days off before you start planning for next year.
We already started planning.
Yeah, we started planning.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy.
I think it's going to be good. When you do a convention or something you love, you know, you want to keep continue doing it. And I think it's what's different about this convention, because at conventions, when I was looking at this, is conventions, when people come, they're customers. Like any business, you come in as a customer, you buy your product, and you leave. That's it. But what we want to do is want you to be a fan of Rockula. A fan comes in, they keep coming back. So we keep doing this. We keep coming back. We want you to be fans of of Rockula, not just a customer.
Very cool. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you taking the time out and coming in here. I'm excited. I can't wait for it, man. That's awesome. Very cool. I hope all the best for you guys going forward, not just this year, but in years coming up. Alrighty. Well, we're going to make a little bit of a shift here. It's close to the horror music genre. And by that, I mean not even a little bit close. Let's go ahead and start talking some video game news here, shall we? All right. Y'all follow esports by any chance?
A little. I mean, I play some competitive sports. I know they're pushing it on ESPN and stuff like that. I think the biggest thing, the latest article I've seen is about the cheaters in esports.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's cheaters, money. Yeah, that's a big deal.
We've been talking about it around here for a while. I'm a huge believer that esports will become mainstream here very, very soon, if you could almost say it's there already. What's also mainstream is our friends down over at Southtown Games. Southtown Games, located on Pleasanton Road near Loop 410 on the south side of San Antonio. Goose, Minion, and I, we've all been there, and we've all been so impressed by not just the variety of games that they have there, but how knowledgeable and friendly their staff is. The first time I walked in, I just wanted to look around. I wasn't even there to talk to anybody. I just wanted to see what this place was all about. And within 3 minutes, someone had approached me and said, "Hey, what's your game?" And I said, "Oh, I'm really just kind of poking around." They said, "Okay, well, you can look at this game. Do you have questions about this game? Do you like this? Let's blah, blah, blah. Dice game, card game." And they know so much. They don't just stand there and read off the back of the box with you. "Well, it says here, though, how you play the game." No, they already know how to play the game. When I say that your gaming family wants to welcome you at Southtown Games, I mean it. They're a gaming family. They're waiting to welcome you. Hulu has gotten now into esports. TBS has broadcast some games. ESPN has broadcast. Disney XD actually leads the way with telecasts in 2017. Now Hulu has thrown their hat in the ring with a kind of hard knocks approach. I like this. They're going to have 4 programs coming out this fall that center around esports. The first one is called Player versus Player. It'll be a Game of 5 debate show featuring esports influencers discussing the latest esports topics. They'll earn points as they debate, and they'll wrap up each show by playing a classic video game. If they play something off the GameCube or the N64, I'm gonna throw something at the TV because that's not classic. Come on, guys.
GoldenEye will be probably the first one.
Oh, no, that's not. It's a good game, but come on, if you're going to go classic, can we go back to the 8-bit Nintendo? Can we go back to the Commodore 64, please?
So you want the first one to be Pong?
No, I don't want to go that far back, but come on. Surely we can find an Atari 2600 game out there that we can put up on the screen, and that'll be fun.
Boot Hill.
Yes.
Contra.
Zaxxon. Something
Mortal
like that.
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, the first Mortal Kombat game.
Celebrated its 25th year.
That's true.
25th anniversary.
God, now I feel old. Oh, my Lord. Oh. The second show that they'll have is called Boot Camp. That'll follow the Counter-Strike Go team, the Immortals, as they find 3 new players and train them for November's IEM Oakland event. So it's like Hard Knocks. They're gonna bring people in, they're gonna audition, they're gonna try them out, and then they'll train them up and send them out to the Oakland event in November. Defining Moments is the 3rd show. It'll be a series that covers the major history-defining moments of esports, with each episode focusing on a specific theme, including cheaters, including some really sick moves that somebody pulled off in a game, something along those lines. And the 4th game is called ESL Replay. It'll be a fast-paced, documentary-style recap of the best moments from 4 of the biggest esports tournaments around the world. Now, they haven't said what 4 those are yet, but I can imagine it'll be League of Legends, probably Dota 2, Counter-Strike, Go, and maybe FIFA, because FIFA's huge in Europe. Oh, my God. That's massive over there. Maybe Overwatch, because Overwatch League is coming late this year, early next year, and that'll be big as well. So Hulu throwing their hat in the ring. We've talked about the Overwatch League before. In order to get a team in the Overwatch League, you got to pay $20 million minimum.
I saw that.
Just to get the team. And then you've got to fly them out to L.A. for the first year for the games. You got to get housing for the players. You got to be able to feed them at some point. You can't just give them Red Bull forever.
Minimum salary, $50,000.
The minimum salary, and we've already seen.
It's usually, if I'm not mistaken, it's the people that's doing it, like MSI, like the game, motherboard people, and all those people, and
MSI is involved. This is kind of interesting. This is different. They've never had city-based teams before, like the San Antonio Spurs are a city-based team. But now for esports, Overwatch League will now have the Shanghai Dragons and the Dallas Fuel.
Wow.
And that's never been done before, so that's kind of different. But yeah, $50,000 minimum salary. Sinatra is one of the highest paid players at $150,000. There was actually a bidding war for him, and he's 19.
Wow.
I'm sorry, he's 17 actually. His mom had to sign a contract.
And of course, we did talk with one of the head honchos over at Optic Gaming, who's going to have an Overwatch team in Houston. That would be Ryan Musselman. You can find that in our archive at 930amtheanswer.com.
Now, PAX South, when they were here in January, this past January, they did an Overwatch. The winter finals were here. And I'm really hoping they bring that back, or some type of large esports tournaments. I know they had a Hearthstone tournament. They had a League of Legends tournament as well. But when I got to watch the Overwatch, I got to hang out with the coach for Team Ghost. And I mean, he let me come back and hang out with the team, and you get to see them practicing and that sort of thing. It's intense. These guys are serious esports athletes. The best ones in the world can do up to 100 actions per minute. Clicks of the mouse, keyboard action, the whole 9 yards, up to 100. I've even heard 120 or 150 a minute when it gets really intense. And these guys are, just crazy talented, and they're getting paid big bucks. The recent Dota 2 championship up in Key Arena in Seattle, the winning team took home, 5 guys split $10.8 million.
Wow. That's insane.
The second place team, I think, got like $2.5 million, something like that. But $10.8 million for those guys.
I think the only thing I can split is maybe a pizza.
If we split it between like 3 of us,
yeah,
I think
it would be okay.
I might be able to chip in, get maybe a slice out of it.
So if your parents ever told you can't make money playing video games, you can find our articles about just the contrary at getyourgeekon.org.
It's incredible.
All I can think about is the Wizard. That's all I can think about.
Yes.
That's all I can think about.
Oh, when they unveiled Super Mario Brothers 3, and you could almost hear Carmina Burana going off behind there, smoke and everything.
That was a good marketing tool for Nintendo. That was huge.
Oh man, it was all huge. One giant Nintendo commercial, like the Power Glove, and the guy Lucas is using the power. It never worked for me.
I never me either.
But he's all driving. I
never got one.
It was so cool. Playing Double Dragon, the old arcade version and everything, and all just to get to California. That's what that little kid said. Yeah. The only thing he ever said was California. That's all he ever said. Oh man, those were the days. But now it's a serious business. Now it really is. So, if you missed it, our guests here are from Rockula, the Rockula Horror Expo, RockulaHorrorExpo.com. The convention will be the 27th to the 29th of October. When do the doors open? What time?
We actually open on Friday evening at 5 p.m. Everyone's got to work, go to school, so we thought we'd kind of change it up on Friday. So, and then regular hours on Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m.
Nice. Okay, cool. So Friday night, 5 o'clock is when they open up. Guys, I want to thank y'all for coming in to be down at the Wyndham Hotel. The Wyndham? I got that right. Yeah, it's the Wyndham in San Antonio. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a fantastic convention.
Yeah, we're looking forward to you guys coming and being part of the, coming out of the show.
There's no question about it. Absolutely. Coming up after the bottom of the hour news break, Marvel had an awful New York Comic-Con. We'll talk about that. And yes, we will share our super serious, super secret theories about the Star Wars trailer coming up after this on 9:30 a.m. The Answer and 930amtheanswer.com. This is Get Your Geek On 9:30 a.m. The Answer Talk Radio, powered by Southtown Games on Pleasanton Road near Loop 410 on the south side of San Antonio, where your gaming family wants to welcome you. If you missed the first half of the show, you missed a terrific interview with the people from Rockula. Yes, that's right. A little rock and roll, a little horror, and a whole lot of fun down at the Wyndham Hotel, October 27 through 29, opening up Friday night at 5 o'clock. You can catch that and more at our archive at 930amtheanswer.com. You can subscribe to our podcast via either SoundCloud.com or on iTunes. Just look for Get Your Geek On Talk Radio with me, Dave Gramillion. You can subscribe right there and you will never miss a single show. All right, so with that being said, I think it's necessary that we talk about what happened at the New York City Comic-Con and the disaster that was Marvel. What? 1, 2, 3, go!
This is that sequel to the smash hit no equal. This one's for the true fans with Hulk hands and action figures. Flying, dining, saving you all in the city.
And also we have Minion joining us back here. Minion, welcome back, good sir.
Thanks. As you were letting everybody out, I actually kind of danced my way back into the studio. It's not easy hanging out there in the window, by the way.
Hang on, there's something I got to do before he can officially be part of the show.
That's right. We have to introduce the Grand Poobah, the Grand Minion of the Star Wars Society of San Antonio. Welcome back, Peter.
I was expecting crickets, but that's fine. I don't mind this new thing. So.
Outstanding. Goose.
Yes.
Goose.
Yes.
It seems that our friends from Rockula left us a little something.
Oh, did they leave us a family 4-pack of tickets to
They left
Rockula?
us a 4-pack of tickets to Saturday, general admission. We have 4 tickets. I don't think we can keep these.
No, we can't.
That would be wrong. I think we have to give them away. No, I don't think Bob can have them either.
Bob can't have them. Spot can't have them.
I think we should give these away to the people. So here's what we're going to do. Starting tomorrow morning.
That would be Sunday morning.
Yeah, Sunday morning. I will put up a post on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/GYGO radio. All you got to do is like the page, share the post. That's it. But hold on.
2 clicks of the mouse?
2 clicks of the mouse. But wait, there's more.
Oh?
There's more.
It is not limited to 1 entry per person.
Oh.
You can share it to multiple places and get multiple entries. However, what is the golden rule on Get Your Geek On Talk Radio?
Be nice to Minion.
Besides,
Goose can't win?
Okay, the third golden rule is you can't share it to the same place 50 times and get 50 entries. If you share it to your wall, that's 1. A friend's wall is 2. A group is 3. To a page is 4. That's 4 entries right there. Don't share it to your wall 50 times and expect to get 50 entries. That's not cool. So we will be giving away a 4-pack of tickets. It's Saturday only. So it's Saturday right here. I hold them in my hands.
So for out-of-towners, come in Friday night. Stay at the nice Wyndham Hotel there in Riverwalk in San Antonio. Have your tickets for Saturday, and you can join our folks over at Rockula.
Outstanding. All right. And that's all you got to do is just like and share.
Oh, if you share for 5 times, you get a special discount rate at Taquedana.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, Lord.
I forgot to bring back Taquedana.
Here we go.
Oh, goodness. All right. And this segment is brought to you by our friends over at Pro Defense Pest Control. Pro Defense Pest Control is a wonderful company. I love these guys. I even loved them before I even had a radio show. They came out and they actually did a fertilizer treatment on my lawn. So they're not just pest control. Guys, it's fall. The weather is changing in case you hadn't noticed. You got to get a fertilizer treatment in so that your lawn stays green all the year round. Talk to our friends over at ProDefensePestControl.com. All right, so Marvel did not have a good New York Comic-Con. Not even a little bit. You think with everyone hyped up about Thor Ragnarok, the upcoming Punisher series, Marvel Legacy is around the corner. You would think that everyone would be hyped up. Yeah, no. They canceled the promo of the Punisher series.
What?
The promo?
Yeah, the whole display, the whole thing. They took it down due to sensitivity about the Las Vegas shooting.
But the series is still on, right?
The series is still
that's
on,
a relief.
but they were going to have this big promo and demo and trailer at the New York City Comic Con.
The actual product is fine. It's the dog and pony show.
Yep, that's gone. That they didn't do that, but they did continue to promote the comic book, which was a little weird. I mean, what?
Wow.
So
they
you're
promoted the comic book about one guy with a bunch of weapons killing people.
but not the show.
They're still going to
about-
have the show, but they aren't
They-
going to do the promo about the live action series.
Yeah, yeah. And then it got even worse.
It got worse.
Comic book retailers began complaining about the Marvel Legacy cover artwork. It's supposed to kind of mix together. It's supposed to be two covers that kind of mix together to make this really cool
Like
effect.
a lenticular cover.
I'm sorry, what?
Lenticular.
Bless you.
Let me show you Action Comics 989 when we get out of here.
Lenticular sounds like something you get at Takodana.
Well, it sounds like something that you need to go see a doctor about, but that's a different
Especially
discussion.
if, you saw,
They-
if you know,
they-
especially if you know that last ex-girlfriend of mine.
Oh, hey, alrighty. So supposedly the artwork overlaps rather than mixes, so it's not a good effect. It just doesn't
it's
look
not.
good.
I saw that at my local comic book store on Wednesday when I went to go pick up my DC books, and it you can't get it to look right.
No.
A single bit.
Now there was supposedly a heated closed-door meeting between Marvel officials and comic book retailers about the covers and just how lousy they were. The rant progressed even further when they voiced concerns over the sales of the last couple of years because Marvel has been replacing familiar versions of characters with more, well, how do we put it,
Diverse.
politically correct and diverse incarnations, which itself turned into a discussion over whether or not diversity in superhero comics is working.
It kind of depends because when you look at a character like, say, Miles Morales, he's pretty amazing. He's got a huge draw.
Would you say he's spectacular as well?
I'd say I think he would.
Okay,
be
so here's my
spectacular.
problem with Miles Morales in particular. Disney has a new Spider-Man show.
Yes.
They are rushing Miles Morales on
Like
there.
crazy.
Like he was introduced in the first episode. I think became Spider-Man in episode 9.
Yep.
Peter just barely became Spider-Man, and now we have 2.
But he's from a different.
No, not in this cartoon. He's not.
Really?
They go to the
Huh.
same high school.
Yeah.
Exactly,
So now you have two Spider-Man at the same time at the same high school.
and
They'd
both
be
are
Spider-Man.
rookies.
And this is both their first
They're both rookies.
go around.
Yeah.
So, and apparently it got so heated, I mean, people could hear shouting in the hallway. It was a closed-door meeting. They could hear shouting in the hallway, and allegedly, let me make that very clear. It's not been confirmed that the shouting continued when the comic book retailers followed the Marvel officials into the hallway and continued yelling at them.
Was there a fight?
No.
Oh.
Although that would have been the biggest nerd versus nerd fight ever.
Pow! Bam! Sorry.
Biff! Wham!
Oh Lord.
But yeah,
Thwack.
comic book retailers not so happy. So now you have so you got the Punisher, that's canceled. No, the promo,
No,
the
promo
promo,
was
the
canceled.
Dog and Pony show.
that was canceled. Now you've got comic book retailers just screaming their heads off at Marvel, and a partnership with Northrop Grumman was canceled. 16 hours after its initial announcement. Northrop is a military contractor.
Yeah,
They
okay.
make jets,
Right.
that sort of thing.
Right.
And 14 hours before it was due to be officially unveiled at the convention. The partnership itself apparently came as a surprise to a lot of people who worked at Marvel. The Hollywood Reporter was told by multiple sources that a number of creators had privately expressed unhappiness about the deal when it was announced, including threats of resignation at the senior level.
Wow. Holy cradola.
Now, I don't know what the deal was exactly, but they did not want to have a deal with a military contractor.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't.
Apparently, the deal was done in secret. Only a few people knew about it, and it was just kind of dropped on them. I mean,
That's
nobody had any
crazy.
clue it was happening.
So it was like a Tony Stark type of thing, but in real life?
Apparently, just about. I don't know if they were going to make suits for the writers or something, or I don't know exactly. But 16 hours after the initial announcement, 14 hours after it was supposed to be unveiled,
Well,
it's gone.
I lay you odds that probably Avengers and a lot of ones that use military-type vehicles were going to, have Northrop Grumman product placement, for lack of a
Makes
better
sense.
term,
Yeah.
in there, just so that way, Northrop Grumman gets a little bit of positive press out of it.
So were people talking about Thor Ragnarok? No. The new Marvel Legacy series? No. They were talking about the screw-ups.
So Thor Ragnarok comes out the weekend after the Rockula Horror Expo
Yes, it does.
here in San Antonio. And, of course, don't forget we have our 4-pack of tickets that we are giving away when you like and share the post that Dave puts up Sunday morning at Facebook.com/GYGO Radio.
All right. So
Okay.
with that being said, we're going to touch on this briefly because I want to get to some Star Wars news. We don't even need the theme for this. So the USS Discovery is apparently a giant fidget spinner.
Be nice.
It is.
I'm the only one of this crew that's actually watching the show on a regular basis.
Yeah, because you haven't invited us over yet.
That's true. He's got a point.
Well, we haven't gone to Dave's, and I haven't signed up on his TV because his TV is larger, and he has a couch and a chair.
That's another good
True.
point.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll buy that.
Game, set, and match goes to Goose on that one.
I have a 27-inch TV.
Yeah, so
3 people ain't going to watch that.
A giant fidget spinner. And apparently now the Klingons are cannibals. Allegedly.
Actually, that didn't actually surprise me when they let that out of the bag. I was like, well, okay, it makes sense that they've been out on that ghost ship for 6 months with nothing else. I can understand that.
You can't see it, but on the camera, I'm doing my dog impression.
Yeah. So in the end of the pilot, Captain Giorgio from the USS Shinzu died on the Klingon vessel.
And they left her.
Well, she's not there anymore.
They made Takodana out of her, or what?
It's something like that.
Oh, they went.
Yikes.
They went Walker on her.
Yikes. All right, so we'll skip past that one there. I want to talk
Moving right
about...
along.
But the spore drive looks interesting.
We'll see how it works out. It's pretty clear they sunk quite a bit of money into that for the...
By the way, the little sidekick dude from Adventures of Babysitting
Yep.
is the lead scientist.
Yes, he is.
And they actually killed the first major crew member of the Discovery.
Was he wearing a red shirt?
No, actually, they're all wearing blue shirts. Thank you very much.
Boo.
And they need to do something about their titles. The Butcher's Knife Cares Not for the Lamb's Cry was the title of episode 4.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that being said, let's get to the news everyone wants to hear about, and
Right.
let's talk some Star Wars news.
I'm looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will call me Master.
Alrighty, so this segment is brought to you by our friends over at Laser Legend. Laser Legend on the north side of San Antonio is unveiling a new game, Zombie Tag, where they dim the lights. They add spooky sound effects to make you think there are more creatures in the arena.
Nice.
And they have unveiled a wonderful little area of Halloween tricks and treats and a wonderful little event going on up there where you can bring the kids out. There's always a good time to be had over at Laser Legend. All right, so it's finally here. We finally got, about 2 months after I thought it would happen, we finally got our Star Wars trailer. Woo-hoo! About time for The Last Jedi, considering that it's coming out here in the next couple of months. So this is kind of interesting how it went down. First, the poster was unveiled.
Yes.
About 10 minutes after that, tickets went on sale. And then about an hour after that, the trailer came out.
Yep.
So you got all this happening, and I mean, Facebook is just exploding. I mean, when the first Justice League trailer came out, it wasn't anywhere near like this.
Which was a good trailer, by the way.
Which was, but this is a proof positive that nothing rules like Star Wars does.
Yep.
Nothing does. So here's the story. I asked our question of the week, as I tend to do from time to time on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/GYGO radio. And I said, give us your reaction to The Last Jedi trailer. Let's read a few of these. Sadly, we won't get to all of them, but that's okay. Laura Squires says, it gives me chills. I'm so excited to see another side of Rey. Tyler Williams says this episode has to be the WTF episode, like Empire Strikes Back was with the original trilogy. I'm counting down the days. Let's see here. Brian Thoma says, excited, floored, excited. Bought my tickets for Thursday and then Saturday for the entire family. So he got 2 days worth of tickets already.
He's leaving his family.
Yeah, he's leaving his family
behind.
for the first one.
Yeah.
Priorities, man.
Well,
Come
yeah,
on.
absolutely. Okay, let's see here. Rick Johnson says it was okay. Didn't knock my socks off and seemed a little spoilery. I got to admit,
yeah.
I pretty much know about 80 or 90% of what the story is going to be. I hope I'm wrong, but I think I pretty much know what the story of Last Jedi is
the
gonna
director
be.
said, "Hey, you might want to avoid it if you don't like spoilers."
Actually, that's been disputed.
Has it now?
Because I saw a tweet. I'm not sure if that's correct either. I'm not sure what to believe in this world of clickbait anymore, where he tweeted out allegedly saying that he didn't say that the first time. It's just clickbait. It's just someone trying to garner attention. Let's see. Stephen Billy calls it unbelievable. My favorite comment might be from John Michael Hohen II saying, I've got a porg feeling about this.
Are we going to talk about porgs?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Okay, I got some interesting things.
Kenny Crawley says, one word, awesome. Andy Spence just tweeted out a picture of Daisy Ridley watching, and she's like crying. She's rubbing her eyes. It just says, "Oh my God, it's amazing." Fantastic. All right, so Minion, briefly now, give us your first impression of the trailer.
Okay, I was actually blown away by it. I was like, okay, this was the trailer I had been wanting to see, because the last one was kind of like, oh, okay, well, whatever. What's going on? Hey, is it lunchtime yet? No, but this one actually finally did catch my attention, and what I did find interesting was, okay, you get to see some interesting things there about Rey. You also get a chance to see Luke, but you can tell that Luke's a little hesitant about some stuff. And the thing was, when you see Kylo going and attacking a ship, obviously that Leia is on. He's locked onto the bridge, and you can tell Leia's on the bridge, and he's not sure if he's going to fire or not.
It's a good bit of acting for Adam Driver. You see him really wrestling with whether or not he's going to pull the trigger.
And the action looks great, and you get to hear Snoke. You get a chance to see quite a few interesting things, and of course, finally, we get to see Phasma doing something.
Absolutely. Goose, give us your first impression.
Well, I thought it was all right. I mean, it's no Justice League trailer.
Oh, hey now. Come on. Boo.
No, this is the first time that you really see Luke in the entire franchise have some real hesitation.
Right.
I mean, obviously we didn't see him in Force Awakens for anything. But in the original trilogy, I mean, he was gung-ho about most things.
True.
He didn't hesitate to do a lot of things. In this case, like, I'm not entirely sure this is the best idea. So, and then also, with Kylo in his fighter trying to decide what's going on, and then the Snoke voiceover there, and then, at the end when Kylo reaches out the hand toward Rey,
reaches out his hand.
No.
That's kind of an interesting thing, because everybody's thinking, is Rey going to go to the dark side? But a lot of other people are thinking, well, what if Kylo is coming to the light side?
Now, one of the first thoughts I had, I'll go and throw this out there. One of the first thoughts I had was, how much of this is not going to be in the movie?
This isn't Rogue One.
I got so burned by Rogue One. Yes, so did
everybody
else. I saw that coming a mile away. Neither did nobody else. But I couldn't help but wonder. I was like, how much of this is not going to be in the movie?
Get you right there.
Hey-oh. All right, so everybody, of course, all the talking heads out there, they immediately started their videos breaking down frame by frame. What does this mean? What does that mean? What could this possibly mean?
It's like they're Star Trek fans.
Yeah, exactly. This is confirmed, that's confirmed, and so on and so forth. And I thought it's only fair. It's the hip and trendy thing to do, and we tend to be hip and trendy ourselves.
We try to be.
So let's do our own theories here. First of all, my first theory, if you look at the poster, now everyone's pointing out how it almost looks like Vader's helmet.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm hearing that.
with Luke at the top there. Okay, all right.
Turn it upside down, it looks like Jar Jar.
If you turn it upside down, it looks like Jar Jar. First of all, if you notice, there's no Snoke on the poster.
Yeah, because he's like the villain of this thing, but he's nowhere on here.
He's nowhere on there. But did you notice one other thing? C-3PO is pointing with his arm.
That's the most flexible I've ever seen that droid.
True. First of all, it makes you wonder if he's a Trump supporter. Second of all, it tells me that C-3PO is the Last Jedi.
Or he could be saying, "Look, I don't have the red one anymore."
Yeah,
So-
well, that too. But no, seriously though, if you look at 3PO, he's got to be the Last Jedi because he's holding out his arm. He's using the Force.
So I have a question for you. Did you just inject politics into geekdom?
Again,
No.
Because if you did, I got to play something.
No, we're good. We're
Okay.
good.
All right.
So it looks like to me that C-3PO is the Last Jedi. Another theory that I had, did you count the stars in the poster?
Like
actual
these-
stars or like
the-
celebrities?
The legit little points of 1,000 points of light in the poster. There are 112 stars in the poster. 112. Hold on. Episode 1 plus Episode 1 plus Episode 2 equals Episode 4, which confirms that The Force Awakens was a remake of A New Hope. Confirmation right there. It's in the poster. It cannot be refuted.
You are stupid. You are stupid. You are stupid.
Uh-huh. Now, clearly, of course, we all realize that the Porg is piloting the Falcon. I mean, that's obvious. It's clear to me that the Porg is flying the
Here we go
Falcon.
with Porgs. I got to say one thing about Porgs.
When it comes to marketing, I'm sure their thing is, we are the Porg, resistance is futile.
Porgs, the other white meat. But
Porgs, they go well with Taco Dana.
no, but the funny thing is everybody loves Porgs, and
Yes.
the funny thing about this was
They taste great in a wrap.
right. But the other one that everybody was noticing was that little crystal-like fox type of thing.
Yep.
That looks interesting because that doesn't look like anything out of Star Wars. It looks like something more out of Pokemon. And there's like, I want to know what that is. I want to see more of that.
It's one of Star Fox's ancestors.
Possibly.
That's actually going to be the next standalone movie.
The Crystal Fox?
The crystalline fox entity will
Right.
be
Star
will be
Wars
its own,
story.
a Star Wars story.
But Porg humor is really going. I've been trying to find this because I'm dying to post this on the site. It was probably from like one of the action figure things I go to. It was a bunch of Porg figures, and they're eating like a First Order Stormtrooper.
Hey, there
If
we
anybody
go.
can find that and send it, I will personally, through the mailing spot, send you one of my Mexican Stormtroopers.
Excellent. All right, now, like I said, it's pretty clear to me the Porg is piloting the Falcon. The Porg is taken over for Han Solo now. Chewie is the sidekick to this Porg character.
That makes me
Now,
sad.
Snoke clearly says to Rey, "Fulfill your destiny." So that's the same thing.
Are we sure that it's Rey?
Well, he says it regardless, and so clearly he must be Palpatine.
Or a Palpatine-like character.
No, because
No, he's
Palpatine's
Palpatine's clone.
No, Palpatine says the exact same thing in Return of the Jedi.
And as
So-
we know from Dark Empire, he has clones. Oh, wait. Dark Empire doesn't exist.
So there you go. So that's confirmed. That is official confirmed right there. And if you notice, going back to the poster here, Poe is on the same side of the poster as the villains. Poe Dameron is right there. There's Hux, there's some stormtroopers, there's Adam Driver, Kylo Ren, the same side as Poe Dameron, but there's no Snoke on the poster. Therefore, Poe Dameron is Snoke.
They just ran out of room. It's like, okay, we got to put this guy somewhere. Here, look, there's a spot.
No, that's confirmed.
So, Minion, I have a question for you.
I
Is
have an
Dave
answer.
trying to stir or whip?
I think he's trying to stir,
Could be.
whip.
But
stir,
no, I mean
whip,
it's
stir,
confirmed. These are the theories now that we have to run with.
Whip, stir.
That's what the talking heads have been rolling out with us, so it's only fair. So what theories have you been able to derive from the trailer and the poster now?
Stir, whip, stir, whip, stir, whip, stir.
That some people have way too much time in their hands and need to go find a job.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Well, I mean,
but you know who's not in the poster?
I enjoy Star Wars and I enjoy Justice League. I enjoy Star Trek. I enjoy all of that. But to derive these theories and to kind of, for some, take the enjoyment out of the movie by just being nonsensical about some things.
But we have to know everything.
No, we don't.
We have to know every detail. Everything.
But
We-
Bob's not on the poster. See, Bob would have been awesome on that poster.
That's right. There's no Rancor on the poster.
We need to have Bob. Lucasfilm,
That's the
call us,
surprise
call us.
twist.
That's Bob needs to be in.
That's the surprise twist.
Bob's Ray's parents.
That's it.
That's Dad.
That's exactly what we have.
Yeah.
There we go. Bob is Ray's father.
The Rancor and the Sarlacc.
Yep.
That's it. We haven't had a Starlight appearance in the poster or trailer yet.
So-
Therefore,
I will say Ray's appearance did cause a lot of Rancor.
hey, there we go.
There you go.
All right. No, but all right, there you go. That's confirmed.
You heard it here first.
That's officially confirmed. That is now rock solid, ironclad, take it to the bank, confirmed. And I have to say, I'm looking forward to the Porg solo movie.
Porg solo. He's got to have a little vest.
He's going to have a little vest on, a little blaster at his side.
Oh, man, now I got to start dressing as a Porg.
That's right.
But remember, the Porg shot first.
Hey.
Now, keep in mind, coming up around Christmas time, the movie will be coming out December 15th with early shows on the 14th. You can also remember that it's Christmas time. It's coming up. So instead of Elf on a Shelf, you can now have a Porg in a morgue.
That's what I put up earlier.
There we go. I thought it was really good.
There's more Porg humor to come.
That made me laugh.
Of course, once we confirm and get all of our ducks in a row, we will have a review of Star Wars Last Jedi at facebook.com/GYGO Radio.
We will absolutely have that. We've already gotten our tickets from the Alamo Draft House. We'll be watching courtesy of them. We'll do our official review on Facebook Live, and we'll tell you the good, bad, and the ugly. I had no problem saying what I did not like about Rogue One or The Force Awakens. I'm pretty sure I know about 80 or 90% of the story of The Last Jedi. I hope that I'm wrong. If you want to know, I'm not going to say now because that's spoilers and I'm not going to do it. But you can hit me up. Either you can tweet at me at GYGO_official, or you can email me at davethehost@getyourgeekon.org. For Goose, for Minion, and for myself, I want to thank our sponsors, Southtown Games, Laser Legend, The Mailing Spot, and Pro Defense Pest Control. Also want to thank our guest, Rockula, for coming in. Thanks for listening. Be excellent to each other, and get your geek on every single day.